Hey everybody, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day you're watching today. Sasha here. It's day 23 in the 24 days of tea. We're pretty much down to the wire, y'all, so let's unravel and see what the tea of the day is, shall we? Yep, right here. Okay. So we got some red going on, as do I, my pants. All right, day 23. What is the tea for the day? Valerian Nights. Oh gosh, this is in the morning, well, afternoon. I really don't need to drink this tea right now, but whatever. It's a herbal infusion or a tisane. No caffeine. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead, brew this bad boy up, and y'all, I will see you in a few minutes. But it will be a split second. So don't go anywhere, y'all. Alrighty, folks, and we're back. So I got the tea off to the side, ready brewed, and the package. I forgot to mention while I was telling y'all during the revealing is that I haven't had this tea. I do have this tea in my pantry. If y'all can recall when they first debuted the wellness teas, I think it was a couple years back. I had this tea, bought it. It's still chilling. So I do have Valerian Nights, and but I've never tasted it. So this would be my first time. And y'all, Valerian Nights, calming caramel and coconut, emphasis on the calling, because Valerian Nights, which is composed of valerian root, more or less, and other things, which we'll get into. But valerian root is meant to help people who take it to relax and, ease them into sleep a whole lot, easier than without it. Yeah, it's freaking a little past noon, y'all, so I kind of didn't want to do this tea. I'm kind of glad I didn't do this tea in the morning, because I don't really want to go to sleep. But like I said, this is my third video shooting, and yeah, I've done the unboxing and Monday Night Delight part 1. So, if I doze off and go to sleep, well, it's because of this tea. But I hope to have at least this video uploading by that time, y'all. Because, yeah, I got stuff to do. So, Valerian Nights. It's a herbal infusion or tisane. The proper tisane. Like, I was calling fruit infusions tisanes, but that was my bad. So ingredients are as follows: apple, coconut, rooibos, chamomile, caramel pieces, sweet blackberry leaves, valerian root, natural flavoring, and for those that have any dietary concerns or allergies, sensitivities, this has coconut, so you want to steer clear. How did I make my cup of Valerian Nights, you may ask? I did 2 perfect spoons out of the recommended 1 to 2 perfect spoons. Or no, I used the whole packet. The packet's gone, y'all. So, use the whole packet, which is like 2 spoons and a little bit of leftover. I used 12 fluid ounces, or around 300 and something milliliters of water. As opposed to the 475 milliliters or 16 fluid ounces they're recommending. I did heat up the water to 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 95 degrees Celsius as per instructions. I let the tea steep for 5 minutes, pretty much on the dot, with a little seconds spillover, but pretty much on the dot. And like I said before, this tea is caffeine free with the purpose of valerian root, which I just told y'all it would make sense for this tea to be caffeinated. So folks, here's what the tea looks like. It's a beautiful golden-ish, almost light brown hue, reminiscent of caramel, if you ask me. So the smell, folks. The smell of this tea, y'all, is pretty much spot on with the description. I get more caramel than coconut, but there is both present. And I've never taken valerian root, so I can't tell you what it tastes like. And usually valerian root, it would be given in a capsule form or some other form, but you don't ingest like the whole root or the whole plant, if you will. It's usually available as a capsule or maybe like some other form, like a spray or liquid, but it's a flavored liquid so that you don't taste the root. But yeah, before I brewed it, the smell, it pretty much smelled like caramel and coconut. It wasn't overly invading the olfactory senses, but it's still noticeable. And y'all saw from the top-down perspective, like some granules of the Tisane got through, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Let me smell this liquid. Yeah, still smells like caramel and coconut. Really caramel, though. And folks, I will give you another preface on valerian root or Valerian Nights. When the tea first debuted, the tea, actually, this particular tea blend or Tisane sold out. It was sold out for like months, I think. And people really were raving about how good the tea tasted. I don't think it was so much on if it could put them to sleep, but it was more on, wow, this tea tastes really good. I hope they bring it back. And, so they did. So, yeah. I mean, like, I had the Valerian tea, or Valerian Nights of Tisane ahead of time, but I was just surprised that it sold out so quickly. And the other teas within that wellness line were still, up and about. Like, I think one was the Lemon Cayenne Cleanse. Another was GABA Guava. Shucks, y'all. I forgot the other two. Valerian Nights. And there was like two others. But I totally don't remember them. And I do not feel like going to the storage and pulling out that set, because that's a hassle in itself. So with that being said, y'all, I done pretty much prefaced the game for you. Here we have Valerian Nights. I'm kind of excited because of the hype and the exclusivity of, how rare this tea was ahead of time. So here we go. This is Valerian Nights. No additional sweetener. Down the hatch. Cheers, y'all. What an odd initial taste. I get this like sweet, not sweet, but like this pronounced tang, like pow, it hits my taste buds. And it's like, was this reminiscent of any item that was on this ingredient list? Let me take a look, y'all. It could be the apple. That's very interesting. Okay, well, I don't want to delve too much into that. So, folks, I'm going to go ahead and add my Kiawe honey. We're not going to do as much. Probably not as much as what we've been doing as of recently. Yeah, this feels more like a... let me get some more. Pretty much half a spoon. The true half a spoon. Yeah, I'm just a bit in shock from that initial contact of the liquid, and I'm getting a tangy or a tang sort of deal, and it could be from the apple. That's what I would like to think, because there's like plenty of apple in this tea blend, and then so much that the caramel kind of comes in as an afterthought. And then I don't really get the coconut, y'all. Maybe as an aftertaste. And now let's try it with a helping of honey. So this is Valerian Nights, sweetened additionally with some Kiawe honey. Cheers, y'all. So the tang of the apple has been taken down a few pegs, which I can appreciate. Caramel, it's really fleeting at best. It's still there, but the apple was just too strong that it took away from the caramel. As I breathe out, I get aftertaste of coconut. It's like the caramel and coconut come in as aftertaste rather than, it being front and center, the main star of the show for this tea. Which, I would have liked to maybe have gotten rid of the apple. Like, is the apple really necessary? But let's just go on and give the verdict, shall we? So this is day 23, the second before last day of this special here for December. Day 23, Valerian Nights Herbal Infusion, or Tisane, however you refer to it. Out of my rating scale of good, okay, bad for this calming caramel and coconut mixture. First, no additional sweetener. I'd give it a good. It is good, but mainly for the taste of apple. Not so much for the caramel and coconut. And it almost tricked me into thinking that, oh, is this like a sweetened juice or something? Well, not sweetened juice, but like a sweetened cider. Kinda. It's still not sweet, but it's just that initial contact with the liquid in my taste buds fooled me into thinking that. But for something with the description of calming caramel and coconut, it kind of is lackluster in that regard, because the apple is too much apple in this to sway me to think that this is for the caramel and coconut flavoring. So, moving on, when I sweeten this tea with the helping of honey, out of my rating scale of good, okay, bad, for Valerian Nights with the additional sweetener, I would give it a good as well. When I added the sweetener, it kind of curbed the tartness of those apples. And, I could kind of taste more of the caramel and a teens bit more of the coconut, even though it's not saying much. Like the coconut, I really wasn't getting that. With this tea in the description, I was looking forward to tasting like the Girl Scout cookies. I forget which one. Oh, dog it. Which one is it called? Samoa's? The one, I think y'all may know what I'm talking about, where it's toasted coconut, chocolate, caramel inside, or caramel something. But I was thinking like the tea was going to taste similar to that. And no, with the presence of apple, it throws that way off kilter. So, I mean, like I said before, I'm wondering how this tea would taste without apple. Like, I'm pretty sure it would taste similar to that. Did they need the flavoring or the apples? I don't even know what the flavoring was supposed to be. Was it supposed to be coconut? Was it supposed to be caramel? Was it supposed to be apple? You know, if it was apple flavoring, that doesn't make any sense because you're trying to drive to us this coconut and caramel mixture, and I just get apple. So it's like, what's going on here, David's Tea? This isn't the first time, like, the description or the name of the tea threw me off, you know, from what I'm expecting for this tea. I mean, all in all, it's still a good tea, and to be quite honest, I would have this tea sweetened rather than unsweetened. Because the sweetness tends to curb the tanginess of the apples. Now, when folks say, oh, this tastes like caramel, this tastes like coconut, I don't get that. Maybe I have a bad batch or something of that sort, but they come in as aftertaste. They don't come in as the prominent flavor of this tea, which is very disappointing. That's why it's not a great and it's just a good. So, you know, it could have been better, but it's still a great tea. To answer the question, would I get this tea? You know, if hindsight, you know, could be 2020, I wouldn't have got this tea. I wouldn't have got this tea because, like, I don't have any problem sleeping. I don't have any problem, you know, with relaxing and whatnot to de-stress. I mean, it is what it is. But for those that are seeking that duality of a good tasting tea and something that can help them in their lifestyle, I can see all the high praise, all the high remarks. But for me, like, I'm not looking for this to lull me to sleep. I'm just looking for, does this tea taste good? Now, for energy's sake, yeah, then I want that duality. That I think that's awesome, and I would go out my way to purchase a tea. But for going to sleep, no, I really don't need any help with that. But yeah, it is what it is. That's Valerian Nights. Hope you enjoyed that review. It's day 23. Tomorrow's the last day of the collection. Last day of the year. Last day of December. Whole bunch of last days, but we're gonna finish out strong. Yeah, I figured to do some, like, you know, the last day to do it big, quote unquote. I mean, still gonna be the same format, y'all, but you know, it might be a little bit longer than usual, just because. Alrighty, y'all. So that's it for my review on day 23 tea, Valerian Nights. Any questions, comments, suggestions, or small talk, don't be a stranger. Leave it in the comment section below. Any and all are welcome. Greatly appreciated. Love to hear your thoughts and opinions on this tea. Have you had Valerian Nights? Is it one of your favorite teas? Were you bummed out about that time when, after it debuted shortly, it was nowhere to be seen because people just loved it so much they couldn't get enough of it? Or, you know, if you've never tried it, would you like to try it? Yeah, just let me know in the comment section below, y'all. And folks, take care, take it easy, make it a great day today and every day. I will see y'all in the next video. I shot a lot of videos today, y'all, so it's crazy. Alrighty, y'all. So again, thank you for watching. Can't thank you enough. And until the next video, this is Sasha signing off. Bye now.